Today, I'm breaking down what making $20,000 in 30 days actually requires. Not theory, not motivation, but the structure behind it. Because there's a big difference between talking about money and actually producing it. And this conversation is for people who are building something real. People love throwing around numbers and figures like how to make $20,000 in 30 days like it's this abstract number. If it was that easy, all of us would be doing it. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just gonna take a little bit more strategy, and that's where I come in. People talk about this magical number like it's just about confidence, mindset, and posting more. But usually that's where the conversation ends. But when you actually need to make that kind of money, surface level thinking isn't gonna help you. So this video isn't about motivation or surface level advice. Motivation doesn't tell you what to sell. Motivation doesn't tell you where the money's coming from. And motivation doesn't hold up when pressure shows up. This, ladies and gentlemen, is about structure. This is what actually changes when money becomes a requirement, not just a goal that you're talking about. And if you're watching this because you're building a brand, running a business, or just trying to increase your income in a real way, I want you to understand how to think without panicking or pretending it's easy. So let's get started, shall we? The first mistake people make is thinking the number itself is the actual problem. $20,000 feels heavy when it's undefined. When numbers feel abstract, they feel overwhelming. But the moment you define them, they become more manageable. So first thing you want to do, literally while you're watching this, is write the number down. Write down how much you think you need to make. Then write down how much time you need to make it. Then I want you to write down what you currently sell and what it costs. Because $20,000 could be 40 sales at $500. It could be 20 sales at $1,000. It could be 10 sales at $2,000. Those are completely different strategies. You can't manifest your way around numbers. If the math doesn't make sense, the plan doesn't make sense. This step alone tells you if your goal is realistic with what you have or if something needs to change. When people feel pressure, they start to look for new ideas, new content, new offers, new platforms. That feels productive to them, but really it's just avoidance. If you need to make $20,000 in 30 days, I would not create something brand new. I would look at what already exists. What inventory do I already have? What service do I already know how to deliver? What skill do people already trust me for? Speed doesn't come from invention. Speed comes from leverage. If it takes weeks to build, it's not a 30-day solution. Urgency requires simplicity, and simplicity requires honesty about what you can actually execute. This is the part people don't like, because it forces you to stop doing things that make you feel busy. Posting without an offer, tweaking branding, rewriting bios, consuming more content. None of that moves money. So here's what I want you to do. Make a list of everything you're already doing for your business. Every task, every habit, every routine. Now circle the things that directly lead to revenue. Everything else gets paused. Not forever, but just for now. Because when money is the requirement, clarity beats creativity. Busy does not equal profitable. And the faster you accept that, the easier this becomes. This is the part where performance completely disappears, because execution under pressure doesn't look glamorous or pretty. It's follow-ups, it's clear conversations, it's asking people to decide. It's explaining your value clearly without over-explaining. Most people avoid this part because it feels personal, but sales isn't personal. If someone doesn't move forward with the sale of your item or your service, that means something wasn't clear. So if you're trying to make money quick, you need a daily non-negotiable. Every single day, you should know who you're reaching out to, what you're offering, and what's the next step. No guessing, no waiting, and no hoping to go viral. Clarity is gonna be charisma every time. The real reason people don't hit numbers like this isn't talent. It's emotional inconsistency. They change direction too quickly, and they panic when they don't see results immediately. And this causes them to perform without executing. And there's a huge difference. But here's the thing. Consistency is what money responds to. Not noise, not performance, not pretending, but steadiness. Boring, steady execution is what really works. I'm sharing this because I want you to stop thinking that you're behind. Most people aren't failing, they're just unfocused. But structure is learnable, clarity is learnable, and execution is learnable. If you walk away from this video with nothing else, I want you to remember this. Money follows clarity, focus, and execution. Not noise, not panic, not urgency. This video wasn't about promising results. It's about teaching you how to think when results are required. In the next video, I'm breaking down why businesses usually don't make it to year 3 and what causes that collapse. Not theory, but patterns. So if you're building something real, you're gonna wanna watch that. Until next time, bye.